Hi, everyone. I'm Charlene Shirk, and welcome to Digital Champions, where we speak to some of the most innovative thinkers in the digital space. And joining me today from Lubbock, Texas, is my co-host, Jonathan Silva. Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us today.
Charlene, it's always good to be here with you. Thank you for having me.
Oh, you always make things more fun, Jonathan. And joining us from San Diego, California, to talk about a fun city is Ian Fader from Elite CMO Services. Hey, Ian, how you doing today?
Great. Thanks for having me, Charlene and Jonathan.
Oh, it is our pleasure. So tell us what you do over there at Elite CMO Services.
So at Elite CMO Services, we are a fractional CMO firm where we provide fractional CMO services to companies primarily in the $2 to $20 million revenue space, companies who could really utilize the experience and expertise of a full CMO, but not for a full-time basis and on a 5, 10, 15, 20 hour week basis instead of full-time, really allowing the company to get the expertise and experience that they need at a cost that they can afford.
So, Ian, let's break this down a little bit, right? What the heck is fractional CMO services? For those of us that don't know, what is that, and what pain point does your typical customer have that you're solving?
Yeah, so really, fractional CMO services is being a direct, CMO, chief marketing officer for a business, but on a part-time basis, on a fractional basis. So it's a company, usually in making somewhere between 2 and 20 or $50 million in annual revenue, and they're recognize that their marketing has been led by more junior people or potentially founders or other people in the C-suite and not really a marketing expert. And they realize to take that next step in revenue, whether it's from 2 to 5 or 5 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 50 million, that they need some real strategic insight and thoughts and maybe some revamping of their overall program. And they need someone with expertise to come in and do that. But they can't really afford a CMO at a 300K plus a year salary, plus benefits and equity and taxes and all of that coming in at close to $500,000. But they could afford a quarter or a third of that amount on a an annual basis to lead their department and to help grow their team to be able to execute at that next level of revenue driving for them.
Yeah, well, and I love that. I know that, in today's world of marketing, there are so many agencies and so many that do the same thing, but maybe they're not always perfect or don't always fit with a specific brand. And sometimes brands just pick whatever's convenient or whatever's cheapest. They don't necessarily think about the big picture, or maybe they don't have someone that's truly advocating for them. So in my mind, in your explanation, that's really what you're doing at the heart of it, is providing an advocate, right? An expert advocate, basically. So in your world, what's your biggest pain point when it comes to digital advertising, whether that's for your company or for your clients?
I would say the biggest pain point for anyone when it comes to digital advertising is ensuring that they get in front of the right audience at the right time with the right message. And that's really where I focus on working with my clients is understanding who is that customer, what's their particular pain point and situation. To me, marketing all boils down to making someone feel something so that they take the particular action that we're looking for them to take. And the better that we know and understand that customer, the better we can design things to make them feel what they need to feel to move on down the funnel.
And Ian, one of the constants in digital marketing is that it is always changing. And I was reading some of the reviews about you personally, and your customers are saying he's a strategic thinker, he's an out-of-the-box thinker. So as we're looking at the next year to 2 years in the digital marketing space, what's that strategic mind telling you that is going to be the next big thing you need to be focused on?
Yeah, where I really see a lot of focus in the next couple of years. A lot of my focus is in the B2B and SaaS space. And a lot of what's going on is marketing kind of transitioning into the world of what used to be called sales enablement, which really is driving the MQLs and SQLs and managing the account-based marketing tactics of a new digital world. Studies by Gartner and Forrester are showing that B2B buyers are 60 to 70% of the way through their journey before they're willing to engage a human being salesperson at this point in time. And so the expectations of digital experiences and digital sales and customer service is much, much higher now than it ever was. And so to me, I really feel that account-based marketing and a focus on that and a shift towards digital selling mechanisms are going to be a huge focus of the next couple of years.
And all that what you said, still at the core of selling is storytelling, right? Storytelling, making people feel compelled enough about either they feel loyalty or trust, or, they feel like this is going to help them become where they need to be. So Ian, how do you balance all that strategy? And clearly we could tell you're a strategic thinker with also keeping the humanness, right? The human connection in that, so that it does truly motivate people to engage and convert.
Yeah, for me, the center of everything is that customer, that person, the persona. Who are we trying to communicate with and talk to, and understanding what makes them tick, and getting down to that. And whatever storyboard or piece that we're getting out there into the market to get them to feel what we need them to feel is down that route. And so being customer focused and centric in everything that we do is kind of my secret sauce.
Yeah, last question. Sorry. What's your pro tip, I guess, for your clients?
My pro tip for my clients really is that, if you're in a position where you're finding your pipeline is stagnant, your revenue's kind of plateaued, and you're looking to take those next steps that really bring in new blood and new ideas and things into your business to be able to execute on that for the new digital selling age is going to be the secret to your success. Focus on your customers. Who are they? And focus on them.
All right.
Well,
Ian,
thank you so
much for joining us today. Great stuff. And you're absolutely true. Everything your clients say about you, we can certainly see it come through. Thanks for making the time to join us today.
Thanks, Charlene and Jonathan.
Oh, and then Jonathan, thank you so much for joining us today. Great questions, man.
Hey, thanks. Good to see you.
Good to see you. And if you'd like to learn more about what Ian is doing over there at Elite CMO Services, you can start by checking him out on dailyadbrief.com. Well, I'm Charlene Shirk. Thanks so much for joining us today, and we look forward to learning something new with you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.